Toronto is narrowly avoiding a double-digit property tax increase, but just narrowly. It looks like property owners are looking at a 9.5% tax increase. That works out to about $372 extra in property tax this year. And this is just one of the many changes coming along with the 2024 budget. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow joins us now from her office, where these hard choices are being made. Good afternoon, Mayor. Thank you very much for taking the time with us today.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off on the property tax. And I know you're going to say, it's about $1 extra a day for people, but many are feeling a crunch already. Seniors on fixed income, for example. You know, a lot of people are smarting under inflation. What do you say to them?
I hear you. I know life is not very affordable. It's less than $1 a day, and for those seniors or people on disability, there is a tax deferral and tax cancellation program where you don't have to pay the increase. So do apply for it. You just go to toronto.ca. You see the portal opening soon.
During the election campaign, you never gave a figure to what kind of property tax increase there would be. Now, you did warn people that there would be one, but you said it would be modest. This is not modest.
Well, less than $1 a day increase is, for me, is fairly, I think in my books, is fairly modest. Last year's Mayor Tory's budget was 5.5%. Mine is 8%. The other 1.5% is really something that was established by former Mayor Rob Ford to build the Scarborough subway. And then it continues in the last 10, 15 years, it would just keep continuing. That is a capital budget that to build housing and public transit. I just also want to say, 1 out of 2 residents in Toronto are renters. They will not see an increase because I've lowered the multi-residential rate so that the landlord cannot jack up the rent for tenants.
Yes. Now, I just saw your news conference with Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland a short time ago. Over $160 million in funding has been announced. You said that it has filled the budget gap to help house asylum seekers and refugees so that they won't be on the sidewalks on Peter Street, hopefully. But this takes us till April. Now, you had to work really hard to get this money from the federal government. You even threatened a 6% increase on top of the 9.5% increase in case they didn't come through with these funds. Why did you have to work so hard when so many people agree that this is actually a federal responsibility?
That was actually from the staff reports, the staff budget. It wasn't me doing any threatening, because I found that the federal government have, in the past few years, been very good partners with the City of Toronto, whether it's $500 million investment in building housing faster, or investing in childcare, early childhood education, or partnering with the city and with the provincial government to build the Scarborough subway, the Eglinton Crosstown, and all of those TTC capital projects. So it is a good investment to make sure that people that are seeking refugee status in Canada would have shelter over their head. And we do know that they will soon find jobs and they will soon become independent. So it's just the number of refugees arriving to Canada has dramatically increased, which caught a lot of people unprepared financially. But I am so grateful that today's announcement filled that gap, and we are now able to continue the services we delivered over 6,000 refugees claimants in Toronto.
The budget will be put to bed February 14th. Do you expect a lot of tinkering between now and then? I mean, we've already heard from some councillors who are, more conservative-minded, who aren't very happy with this 9.5% tax increase.
Right. There are people that wants to restore some of the services. I've put aside $8 million to restore or to spend. It's up to the councillors, because at the end of the day, we are stronger together. The councillors want to participate and have their say also on February 14th. And I hope at the end of the day, after we bring everything together, that we get a good support for this year's budget. Because at the end, remember, I inherited a big financial hole. It's a mess of $1.8 billion shortfall. We have to get the city back on track in order to build a city that's more affordable, caring, and safe for where everyone feels they belong.
Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow, thank you for speaking with us here today.
Thank you.